Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Sweet and Simple Home. Thank you so much for coming by today. As promised, I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions that you've been leaving in the comments section. Let's dive in. The most asked question was, where did you move? So I shared when I came back after my break that we moved and to a new state and for my husband's dream job. We moved to the state of Idaho. We moved from Washington. So what we liked about moving here is we are 7 hours away from family back in Washington, which is more than double what we were before, but it's still doable. We really like it here. We love this community, and the school was another question if my kids were in homeschool or private school, and they are in private school. And it's a sacrifice for us, and all three of them are there now. And Clive goes 3 days a week, half day, because he's in preschool. So next year he'll be in kindergarten, and you guys, I still, whenever I think about it, my heart kind of hurts a little bit because I feel like he was just born yesterday. And many of you said that when he kind of popped into a video over Christmas, that he's looking so big, and he is 5 now, and I just can't believe it. So that answers that question. We are Idahoans now. So how are the kids? Are they adjusting okay? How was moving schools for my oldest especially? Those kinds of questions I'll address. Like I said, the kids love their new school. There's times when we miss friends, and those days come, and it's really great with modern technology to have things like, WhatsApp or Marco Polo. We keep in touch with a lot of friends that way. As far as adjusting to the new school, it was the hardest for my middle child. He handled it like a trooper, and I knew he was scared, and it's hard to watch your kids feel scared, but he did great, and he loves it now. He's made so many friends, and he'll even say, I love it here, Mom, I love it. My oldest is doing super well. My youngest is loving school, and he's so outgoing. He eats it up. He loves being there. I think they're adjusting really well, and I'm so grateful for all the friends that have come alongside us here already. And we've only been here about 6 months, so I can see this just being a great place to raise our family, and I'm just really grateful for that, and excited for my husband, who just loves his job. And I think the kids who, see him loving it and flourishing in his new position, they're just excited for him, and it affects all of us. We're all so much happier to be here because this job just suits him and his passions and giftings so well. And so we're proud of him, and it just, it kind of seeps into how we feel about everything else. So someone asked, is my house bigger? And are we enjoying more space if it is? Yes, this is the biggest house we've ever owned, and it's still only a 3-bedroom. Would I love a 4th bedroom? Yes, because when we have company, I kind of turn this space that I'm in into the guest room, or we give our master bedroom to our guests, and my husband and I sleep in this room. So we make it work, but I would love somehow to figure out a way to add a 4th bedroom, or we've talked, is this the house we're going to stay in? Because the housing market was so crazy. This was what we could afford. And there were people who made offers on this house higher than us, but the woman selling chose us because we were a family, and she heard our story and chose us. So we just feel very honored and privileged to have been able to purchase something in our price range. And the yard is the biggest yard we've ever had. We have so many beautiful trees, and the garden is really overgrown. There's a lot of weeds. It's going to be a lot of work for me, and I'm very overwhelmed and intimidated. I can do it. It's just so much more than I've ever had before. The kitchen is smaller, but surprisingly, because there's this great pantry, I have a lot of great space. So the kitchen being smaller hasn't been a problem at all. I got asked this question more than once, which kind of was fun for me. Am I still dressing vintage? So the answer is no, but kind of, because I just found it really hard to find things that fit me and that were in my budget with the vintage flair to them. So actual vintage clothing is very expensive. Oh my goodness. While I really like vintage reproduction, it's also really expensive, the brands, and I prefer to buy secondhand. So when I'm shopping secondhand and I find something that's vintage that fits, it's like a unicorn. Mostly I just found it really hard to find things that fit me that were in my budget. So I'm going just classic. I love wearing sweaters and skirts and sweaters and dresses and sweaters and jeans. That's what I tend to lean on in these cold days because I'm always cold. It's cold here. So that's mostly what I do. So I had the question, why can't I find some of your older videos? And specifically, a lot of people asked about my homemaking series and the Inspired Room series. And to be honest, I was quite surprised that so many people were asking about it because they did not perform well. In fact, some of them did the worst that I've ever had a YouTube video come up. So I went ahead and moved a lot of those videos either into private or just completely removed them. Because the algorithm, for whatever reason, didn't like them. And then some of the Inspired Room stuff was marked for kids, and I had to like go through all this rigmarole to figure out why, and I just went ahead and deleted them. It's not worth it to me to spend that time, especially if those videos don't perform well, because, you know, then you don't get the ad revenue, and then it's like, as much as I would love to do this for free, like getting a few dollars back does make sense for the amount of time that I put into this channel. I don't make very much at all, and it's fine, but it's just like, if it makes like less than $10, I'll just be honest, less than $10 in ad revenue over several years, I just deleted it. I had some very specific questions about my coffee maker, my sitting room rug, and my bookshelves. My coffee maker is an off-brand drip coffee maker, and we just got it off of Amazon, so I will have it linked down below. My rug was a gift from my husband that also just came from Amazon. I got that for Christmas last year. The bookshelves that I have here in the library, I bought on Facebook Marketplace, but they are originally from Ashley Furniture. The person I bought them from was telling me that's where she got them. So hopefully there's something similar still available if you're looking, and I will have the two Amazon things linked down below. So I also got this question quite a bit, and I loved it. It says, have you ever thought about reading audiobooks? Yes, like dream job, right? So my husband and I have been talking quite a bit actually about if and when I should create a second channel and have it just be talking about books or reading books or poetry. I love books and I love reading. Wouldn't it be great to like have a second channel where I just sit and read Tolkien or Anne of Green Gables or something? I don't know how to get into audiobooks, but I'd love to. I think it would be great. I think that would be a dream job for sure. So if I ever start that other channel, I'll let you guys know. So another question, do I still have the white bookshelves? They were going to be too wide for either side of this window where I had envisioned like darker wood shelves. I felt like it was time to move on from them and get something that was like actual wood bookshelves. So I had a few questions about the one box challenge. Those of you who've been here for a while know that was a challenge I used to do where you could just, it was an open collab and you'd fill a box and share what you were getting rid of. And it was a great concept, and I think it was very helpful to me too for a while. But over time, less and less people participated. And for the amount of work and time and dedication it takes to put together those collaborations, I felt like, you know, numbers are kind of, I mean, it's not everything to me, but they do kind of help me make decisions about the best use for my time. And I just felt like, you know what, we can say goodbye. Like, seasons come and go. We had a season of fun with One Box Challenge. And I've had a subscriber talk about how she's done it on her channel since I was gone. So if she ever does it again, I will be sure to let you guys know. So if you want to participate on her channel, you totally could. Okay, my battery died. I had to go get a fresh battery. Okay, whew, now I'm all out of breath from running around my house. So I had a lot of questions about my sister Lizzie. Many of you know she had a YouTube channel, and we both kind of left at the same time. She's just got her hands really full with her family and home and church and all the responsibilities of life. She's doing well. Her family's doing well. Who knows what the future will bring, but right now it's a no. Okay, you guys, I'm popping back on because I just checked and I had a couple more questions. So one was, what led me to want to come back to YouTube? And that's an easy answer. You guys, just missing the community, missing just chatting about home decor and sharing thrift hauls and some of the relationships. Like, there's a part of YouTube that just touches my teacher heart. Like, being able to be helpful and share with others is a big part of it. And then I had some questions about P.O. Box and email address, those sorts of things. So my email is always in the description box, so you guys can find it there and send me an email. And P.O. Box, I don't have one right now. I don't know if I will in the future. I don't want to give away my personal address just for privacy reasons, and I'm sure you guys can understand that. But maybe in the future I'll have a P.O. Box. Right now, just with how much it costs to have one here, I just don't know if I can swing it yet, but maybe in the future, and I'll be sure to let you all know. Okay, so I think this is the last question. How do I keep my house so clean and organized with 3 kids? First and foremost, I have older kids. Like, I'm not getting up at night feeding babies anymore or changing diapers. And I do hustle pretty hard once a week. Monday is my cleaning day. And when I do, my filming is usually the day after or the day of my cleaning day. So you're seeing my house at its cleanest. You know, it does get messy, I promise. When I do my house tours, it's always after I have done a cleaning day. And I do have my family help me. And I do a load of laundry every single day. Just doing those things really helps. And just like I would if you were a guest coming into my house for coffee, you know, I do tidy up a little bit before I get my camera out. Like, there were some shoes left out and a remote was laying on the floor, and you know, I did pick those things up because just like I would for a guest coming over, I tidy a little bit before you guys come over to hang out with me here through the camera. It is easier as your kids get older. That is for sure. Anyway, I hope that's helpful, and just know that, like, perfection is never my goal. Clean enough is usually my goal. Thank you so much, everyone who asked a question, who takes the time to comment and let me know your questions. It does just, you know, make my day when you guys leave little notes and comments. It does help the channel, and it also just encourages me to keep going. So I thank you for that. And I do hope you guys are doing well and enjoying your January. If you are new here, I do hope you hit that red subscribe button. I love making my home beautiful little by little. And this is a new to us home that I'm working really hard to just make lovely and, you know, fit our personality of lots of projects I've been dreaming and planning and trying to figure out budgets for and all that. So I hope to take you guys along throughout the year 2022 and make this house beautiful little by little. And thank you so much to all my other subscribers who have been with me through all the moves, through all the ups and downs. It just is so great to have you along with me. So you guys take care, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye!